Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards, Cancers. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see what's in your cards. Talking to you wherever Cancers in your birth chart. Even if you're on the cusp. Even if you're on the cusp, Cancers, let's go. Let's see what's in your cards, Cancers. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you, okay? Only what resonates with you. If it does not resonate, don't take it. Only take what resonates with you. Only take what resonates with you. Again, general reading. General reading. Hopefully you all are getting your rest. We're still in a new moon phase, okay? So hopefully you all are getting, hopefully everybody's getting their rest, allowing your body to sync with the rhythms of this new moon phase. We just came off of a cycle. We had a full moon. We had a full moon in Aries in that last cycle, which was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. Because Aries is ruled by Mars, right? And so Mars is that energy planet, it's the fighting spirit planet. A lot of people didn't know not to fight against other human beings and fight for your purpose to become a better human being for mankind. That was an opportunity for a lot of people to become, really increase their prayers, send out prayers for loved ones and, become that prayer warrior. Some people still fighting people like, Let's get into it. All right, let's go. 9 of Swords. Somebody stopped talking to somebody that they loved. All right, so here we have 9 of Swords, Temptations, the Lover's card. Somebody made a decision to stop talking to somebody that they love. And here we have the 9 of Swords here, because that's like, that energy is directed outward. So 9 is death, rebirth. And so somebody just ended a nightmare. Like, it was a nightmare for you. It was a nightmare for them. And so because somebody just felt like, it was just, like I said, it was just this dance. It was just this going back and forth. It was a nightmare because somebody made a realization that it was not harmonious. It was not harmonious. Who they were tied to. They were being used as a puppet. Whoever it was, you just stopped talking. You just said, you know what, let me just go ahead and close out the cycle. Let me enforce a boundary. They were either in some kind of a partnership partnership in business or partnership in love, or they were coexisting with a group of energies. And the spirits it was just out of sync. So whoever it is, Cancer, whoever they were aligning themselves with were demonizing you. That's what the Devil card is. So the devil is really in the details. The devil is in the details. And whether somebody could have told somebody that you either watch tarot, teach tarot, believe in tarot, something about your spiritual practice. Whenever you see the Devil card, something about your spirit, people believe it was demonic, right? So let me help somebody with something. Let me help you with something. There's a lot of purging going on. This is a Judgment card. A lot of purging going on, right? Judgment card connects us with obsessions, death, rebirth. A lot of you all are getting ready to find out that a lot of either people are going to cut ties with you, or you're going to find yourself cutting ties with other people, right? Because of your affiliations and associations, right? A lot of things are going to end, just so you know. And I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news or anything like that, because Source is helping people to align with whatever frequency that you're on. And a lot of people are still connected with energies. It's like, okay, it's like, just like you all are the mother of the Zodiac and you're the money sign of the Zodiac. And it's very much like how people are, like you hear people say, don't talk about money in the workplace, don't talk about politics in the workplace, don't talk about certain things, like in the workplace. You hear people say that kind of stuff, like don't talk about certain things in the workplace. It just like separates people, right? Well, in this case, the year of 8, you've been hearing people say this is a year of wealth, right? So people assume it's about money. That's an assumption, right? Which is, I don't know why people keep thinking it's all about money. I've been saying it, I said it in 2023. I'm saying it again now. It is not about just money. Wealth could be a wealth of knowledge. It's a wealth of knowledge. This is sword energy is intellect. Wealth of power and intellect. Wealth of power and intellect. That sword coming out. Why say that sword? That is like, that sword is cutting some stuff, like cutting back all of these, like these certain belief systems. A lot of people are like expanding their knowledge and wisdom. Like source is cutting back all of this dark conversation about people. It is really a call to love human beings. Like, what is going on? And people are just like, it's like people can't see this. That's what it is. Last cycle, we had a super full moon in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the total recall of, that's like that movie Total Recall. Total recall of purpose. Why are you here on planet Earth? What is the purpose? Your purpose. What is your mission here on planet Earth as a human being? Everything has a purpose. These cars serve a purpose. This table serves a purpose. These crystals and gemstones serve a purpose. This portal, this cell phone, or this camera that you're watching serves a purpose, right? What is your purpose? It is not to hate another human being. That's why you see this coexistence. This is not usually, it's just this particular deck here. It is not to hate another human being. It is to find a way to live harmonious with other human beings. So even if you are aligned with an organization, coexisting with another organization, obsessively watching tarot with an organization that is trying to force someone into a rebirth and a different way of thinking. Source is saying, I'm telling you, news is traveling. This is air, through the air, and it will end. Something will end. So if you all of a sudden, people are like, they don't want to work with you, they don't want to align themselves with you, you just confused. I'm not really sure. All of a sudden, somebody doesn't want to work. You never know who knows whom. If you're not operating in the spirit of love, you never know who's hearing stuff. And they're like, well, this person has never done anything wrong to me. They always have kind words. I've never heard anything say anything wrong, dark about anybody else. I've talked to them directly myself. I don't get it. These group of people over here are always mean-spirited. They this and that. I've been knowing these group of people. They just nasty to people. They're shady. They're this and that. They misaligned. So that's what Source is trying to tell somebody. Is like, be careful of what you're saying about people, because you mention somebody's name. This right here. You mention somebody's name and they're on social media, and they got a number. Somebody else calls them, and they're not making any disparaging comments about people. And they're like, this person is nice. And they're aligning themselves with people. They're like, every time I talk to them, they saying high vibrating stuff about people. Like, maybe I need to take a different look at the group I'm connected to. Oh no, I can't work with this energy. No names are ever mentioned. No names are ever mentioned. Next thing you know, people don't want to work with you. So Source is saying to you, everybody's not running around judging people. Everybody's not running around judging people. So some cycles are closing out. Some cycles are closing out. Everybody's not running around. Some people are really, really on this mission of just loving people where they are. Like agape love. That's what Source is trying to tell. Like agape love. Just like, you know what? But the people, this right here, this Lover's card connects it. You can't really see it on this card. But, well, you kind of. This person sees the light in this person. This person sees the balance in this person. This person sees the balance in this person. But on some cards, what the Lover's card speaks to duality, right? But when you see, if you're aligned with people who only see the dark in other people, and I'm not talking about skin color, all hues are beautiful, right? But like if you are aligned with people that only see the darkness in people, like only see them as demonic, Source is giving you time to detach, or other people are going to detach from you, because you're a cardinal sign. You have to be the initiator. You don't have a choice. Yeah, here's the High Priestess. If you are connected to any group that is calling people and you're a High Priestess, it's you. It's you. You're ruled by the moon. This is intuition. If you are a Cancer, you are a Cancer. This is the moon. You're ruled by the moon. The High Priestess card is moon energy. Everybody has this gift. Everybody has intuition. If you're aligned with anybody who is calling somebody else a dark energy, and they're talking. This is talking energy right here, and that energy is always encouraging you to see the light in other people, and you're still aligned with these organizations. I'm telling you, purge is coming. Yep. So Source is saying to you, here we have the Empress card. There's two sides of the Empress energy. Source is saying you're limiting your own. You can either limit or expand your abundance and prosperity. You can either limit, but there's a choice. The Empress card, right? Here's the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups. So it's time to pour into yourselves. It's time to pour into yourselves. But yeah. Here we have the Hierophant card. So this is the physical to the spiritual, right? This is the physical world to the spiritual world, right? Meaning that you can expand the physical part. Like you can grow your abundance and your prosperity, right? By balancing yourself out. By connecting to the dark comments, saying anything, negative about people. You're creating your own nightmares by making dark comments about people, even engaging comments about, other people, about their mental health, not showing any compassion towards people and their spiritual gifts. Being shady, calling people depressed, all of this other stuff. There's the Four of Cups here. That's what's happening. Don't know the history. Source is saying it's time to dream bigger. It's time for somebody to dream bigger. Even if you are a therapist, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, if it's gossip, if they are not your patient, and you just hearing stuff somebody else told you, based on a video, based on somebody said, Five of Swords. Based on somebody being used as a pawn. This is the Five of Swords here. Based on somebody being used as a pawn. Somebody came into somebody's house, took a picture of some clothes. Maybe somebody was washing clothes. Maybe somebody, lived a certain place, or whatever the case may be. Maybe something. Somebody took some pictures, some videos, or whatever the case may be, and somebody just deemed all gathered together, deemed this person mentally incompetent, whatever the case may be. Source is saying, put yourselves on the other side of something. I don't know who this part is for, but if somebody does that to another human being and don't really know, and you're aligning yourself with an organization that's doing that, that's what somebody is doing to you. That is what somebody is doing to you. All because you closed out a cycle and you enforced a boundary. Somebody is doing that to you, Cancer, and somebody is saying that you are a dark, you are a dark entity, and they don't want to align themselves with you in business because they're saying that you're doing it to someone else. So it's like a domino effect. They're saying you're aligned with somebody. Here's the Tower card, right? So this is your awakening. This is your awakening. I don't know who this is for, Cancer, but they're saying you're doing it to somebody else, or you've done it to somebody else, so they don't want to align themselves with you. So that's what I'm saying. Somebody is jumping to some conclusions about something having to do with an Aries. So now it's time to go into prayer warrior mode. Now it's time to go into prayer warrior mode. Ask Source for some kind of clarity about something, right? To wake up from a nightmare. There's two situations in particular. Source says it's time to go into, prayer warrior mode. Go back to your past. Think about, like, what is it? Like, who and what is it? But some people are jumping to some conclusions about something having to do with an organization, having to do with an Aries involved in something. Somebody's mother is involved, whether it's your mom, it could be a parent, whether you could be sharing kids with somebody. Capricorn could be involved in something. Somebody is being sacrificed. This is the Hangman here. Something is being sacrificed. Somebody is depressed, or somebody feel like their back is against the wall. They feel like they're depressed over something. Two people could be having some nightmares over something. It is a disaster because somebody will not stop having some kind of negative conversations about something, Cancer. So I don't know if it's you, if you're the one that's aligned with an organization. Again, take only what resonates with you. But if you are aligned in engaging in any kind of conversation about, if you're a parent, step parent, friend, whatever, and you're engaged in any kind of negative conversation, it's causing somebody to be depressed. Or it could be if you and somebody who align with something, the negative conversation has to stop. Like, stop adding to something. That's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. Stop adding to a conversation. Detach. Because it's going through the airwaves, and it's going to mess up your money. It is going to mess up your money. So somebody's either talking to a person who gossips, they talk too much. It's like for instance, let me see, hold on. Here we have the Ten of Cups here. So I was just saying everything is fine, but think about it this way. If you're talking to someone who is, no matter how hurt you may be about a situation, if their conversation starts to go dark, and they don't encourage you to vibrate high, then you stop the conversation, Cancer, and you vibrate high. You initiate the high vibrating conversation. Like, you take the reins and you say, I don't think this is healthy for either of us, or however many people are on the phone. You vibrate high. You vibrate high. You initiate this. That's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do, is that you add structure and authority. You get to the light side of Emperor energy. Come off of the dark side of Emperor energy, where it's your way, where it's their way or the highway. They steadily going down, 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 down. Yeah, so I feel like with this, either somebody is not getting it, like somebody is not connecting the dots here. And I feel like somebody is almost waiting for somebody to say to you directly, Cancer, because of the organizations that you're connected with, and it could be because you all are divine feminine signs, right? Which could almost be taken offensively if a person says, oh, I know you connected to certain organizations, you know, but who has time to play a game of chess? That's the Five of Swords. When there's a younger person involved whose mental health is at stake here. And everybody has an inner child whose mental health is at stake here. When people are playing chess games with people's mental health, when somebody's being used as a pawn. All for the purpose, again, because somebody is jumping to conclusions about something. It sounds like to me some people need to grow up, for real. Take that however y'all want to take it. But I can tell you this, looking at the cards here, it's a bunch of chaos and confusion going on. That's what this is. Nothing is sacred. People are recording people's conversation. It's a lot of pain going on here in the cards. There's an organization that's going on here. A lot of people stabbing people in the back. There's a guardian angel watching over all of this. This is a shame. This is really sad. Looking at this right here is really sad. All because of this. Because of somebody's sexuality. Let's call it for what it is. Because of somebody's sexuality. That's what we're looking at here on the cards. Here we have the Five of Wands here. A lot of baiting and switching going on. A lot of baiting and switching. Here we have the Six of Swords. It just caused somebody to just say, just move on. Somebody moved on. Somebody decided to say, you know what? They just moving on with their life. Now somebody is being used as a pawn because somebody decided to move on with their life and say, you know what? If they are the problem, because that's what this is right here. Somebody said if they are the problem, they'll remove themselves from the equation. That's what this is. And people can't see that. Like, what is the problem? Like, for real. If there is an energy who is mature enough to say, if they are the problem, they will quietly move on with their lives. Take themselves out of the equation. They will just quietly move on. But what you're dealing with are energies, you're dealing with egos here. If, for instance, you, Cancer, looking at the cards as I'm seeing, if you decided to, hey, you're going to quietly move on from your job, you said, you know what? This is not my environment. That's not my environment right here. It's just, always feels like a bait and switch on this job. Always feels like a bait and switch in this marriage, because that's what this could be. It always feels like a bait and switch in this geographical location. It always feels like a bait and switch in this friendship. It just feels like I'm always paying for, like I'm always supporting someone's business. I feel like I'm always the one that's giving. That's right. You feel like you're an over-giver in something, right? I always feel like, okay, you're always one that's just giving, right? I always feel like a bait and switch. right? And so you just one day say, you know what? I'm going to give to myself this time. I'm going to treat myself. That's all right. Just forget it. And you move on. But you try to move on quietly. You just say, you just going to move on. You're not making no announcements. You just move on. Wake up one day and just say you're going to move on. Because something about you overgiving is hurting you to love energies. It's just hurting you to love energies. Right? It's causing you depression to stay in situations. And because they could be either being teased, right, or talked about or humiliated because of people's limited belief systems. And you haven't done anything to any of them. You quietly move on. And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. But here's the thing, the devil card. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So the devil is not just coming to say, oh no, you're not quietly going nowhere. I'm used to you over giving. I'm going to destroy everything about you. I'm going to destroy you. And I'm going to get everybody connected to you. I'm going to destroy them too. That's why purging is happening. It's a lot of things that's going through the airways, Cancer. So everybody that you're supporting in business, whoever you're talking to, talking about, it's affecting their business. Everybody that you connected to, you're supporting anybody in business, it's affecting their business. They may turn around and cut you off because it's affecting them too. Whoever you're connecting with are basically forcing you to pick a side. Here's the strength card. They're forcing you to pick a side. So you'll be able to defend your decision to move on from something without even coming across as defensive. So yeah, that's what this is. 7. Complete something. You may be asking why. You may be asking why. But remember, the number 9 is talking to something, is sending out. It sends out a message that basically is saying you cannot support both. That's what it's coming down to. That's what something is coming down to. And that's what a Tower card is. It's like it's going to fall one way or the other. That's what it's coming down to. That's what it's coming down to. So there's no quiet, like and that's what you're seeing here, right? 6 of Swords. You're seeing when you try to move on from energies where there's an ego involved, where energies have a God complex, you'll start to notice that people who are truly operating in agape love, if you try to leave a job, organization, whatever, job is an organization, right? When you try to leave anything quietly, they'll give you a going away so-and-so. They'll say, hey, you know what? We've enjoyed working with you. You know, even if you get a stale bagel and some burnt coffee. Everybody's standing around looking at their watch. But you're just grateful that they showed up, right? Hey, it was great working with you. Everybody looking at their watch. Okay, I got to get back to work. You know, couple of, hey, everybody, it was good working with you. Share a couple of laughs. Everybody get back. Hey, we'll keep in contact for like a couple of weeks. You know, everybody move on, right? But then there's some people, like I said before, they go on this, what company are you going to work for next? They go into, let me see if I know somebody who works there, and they go right into ruining it for you before you even get there. So you don't even get a chance to settle in during your probationary period. They go right, because they want to destroy you, and you don't even know why. You have no idea why. You don't have a clue. That is what this is. That is what this is. That's what you're dealing with. So if you've heard the term Human's rejection is God's protection from something. So just so FYI, you all know there is word going throughout. That's why all this air is. People are talking. And so if you find yourself with people don't want to work with you, anymore, if you find yourself being dropped from whatever, source is saying because of there are phone calls. People are making phone calls around, they aligning themselves with this energy right here, don't work with them, so on and so forth. Then you already know. And these are people where your head and heart have been at war with each other, so you are going to have to make a decision. You are going to have to make a decision. So it's forcing you to get into Emperor energy. So stuff has hit the fan. It has hit the fan for real. So here we have the 7 of Cups. Keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. There's no more sitting on the fence. No more sitting on the fence. So I do feel like somebody is going to make a decision one way or the other. But it's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. Because the scales are now being removed from everybody's eyes about the vibration, the frequency that everybody is on. Because there are some energies who are determined. There are some energies who are determined to prove people are liars. Somebody is determined to prove that you're a liar. And that's a harsh word to say about somebody, but somebody is determined, to prove that you are a liar and to prove other people are liars, right? So that you're not a sweetheart, that you don't have a good heart that you have. And they are determined. I mean, like to the death of them determined. And so it's unfortunate that they would be that obsessed, but you can't give it any air, none. You can't give it any air whatsoever. Whoever is going to believe it is going to believe it. That's the frequency that they're on. Whoever doesn't believe it is not going to believe it. That's the frequency they're on. You can't give it any air whatsoever. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. It's the Magician card. So, Magician card is light and dark side to all energy, right? But you're going to have to, if you're on the light side, you're initiating something, right? With your creative and logical thinking. But if you're on the dark side of something, you're still going to be confused and disorganized in your mind. So make a decision. Make a decision. But I see you tossing fear, doubt, all of that into a burning bowl and raising your frequency. That's what I see. That's what I see. Here we have the 3 of Wands here. So I see somebody taking a leap of faith and moving forward. Right, taking a leap of faith, leaving behind fear, doubt, uncertainty, and moving forward. Here we have the 4 of Wands here. Yep. So 2 situations I feel like somebody will be moving on from, and just like I said, just determined to be happy, charismatic, and free. Like I said, I see you just like I said. Something has been feeling like a David and Goliath situation for a person for quite some time now. Has just kind of sort of been feeling like, man, just kind of stuck. But I feel like somebody will be able to defend their decision to move on, from some things. Here we have the Page of Swords here. And so make the decision that's best for you. Yep. Alrighty. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here, Cancers. All right, let's see what other cards we got going on here. Yeah, but do what works best for you. Do what works best for you. Do what works best for you. But yeah, somebody has been trying to make some decisions for a long time, and clearly, either a child or some children have been used as pawns, and it has been causing a lot of people some mental anguish. It's been causing a lot of people some mental anguish. And remember, even adults have inner children, right? So it has been causing a lot of people some mental anguish. But if you really, the devil is in the details. It really is going to expose people who force people. I mean, just through their rage and their anger. We're not even talking about passive aggressive. It's literally through straight up bullying, rage, pushing people around, like getting ready to fight somebody, like hitting, like, wanted, like physical aggression, those type of energies, bullying type of energies, resulting in bodily harm kind of energies, taking pictures, threatening people, threatening to expose that kind of stuff, like taking stuff to the next level, bullying little kids, don't care whose mental health, they just cause people to have breakdowns, drinking problems, like all kinds of stuff. So when people want to just quietly just move on with their lives, and they just go into a fit of rage and just, oh no, we got to destroy this energy, it's exposing all of that. So just saying, you want to think about that. Here's the Magician card. And so here we have the Magician card came out. Yeah. So the Strength card, meekness, looks weak to some people, right? But that's an energy that's saying you're letting Source fight your battles, right? You're not some wild animal in a jungle somewhere, right? People are just like, they can't control their anger. They can't control. When a person walks away quietly, that's the energy that's like, you can control yourself, right? So, yeah, somebody is lying. They are, right? Somebody is lying on you. They are. Y'all really are sweethearts, and they have an issue with you really being a sweetheart. Water is reflective. You know how to control your water. You taking your water somewhere else. So these are the types of energies. When we see the Judgment card, excuse me, where's the card? When you see the Judgment card, these are the energies that are so obsessed with you. And you see all of this fire here. And you see this card right here, this Hierophant card. These are energies who, and I'm not even kidding, because this is what I'm seeing here in your cards. These are energies that will justify, if you live in a neighborhood, an apartment, a condo, a house, or whatever, they will justify aligning themselves, because these are familiar spirits, will becoming familiar with where you live. They will put in a transfer to relocate to where you live. This is how obsessed these energies are with finding out where you live, to put you in some kind of a survival mode, Cancer, to make some kind of a point that you are who they are, because they're violent. So if you have to defend yourself, they got cameras watching, whatever the case may be. So protect your energy. You have a soul community, you have a soul tribe, whatever the case may be. So it's just saying, that's because that's what they do. You're dealing with energies who are utterly obsessed. Obsessed. That's what the Judgment card is coming out. They're obsessed. But somebody is making you make a decision. And their justification is that somebody is depressed. We want to be closer to where Cancer is. So if your company, if you have a job somewhere and, we want to be closer to where Cancer is, you all are not, your symbol is a hermit crab, because that's your symbol. I mean, you're a hermit crab, like a lot of you all, very innovative. You make money in your house, whatever you do, right? Whatever your job is. So, but that would be their justification. That's their justification. Literally obsessed. Because they drank the Kool-Aid, ate the cake on a peculiar journey, live in a nightmare, and misery loves company. That's what it is. All for a title, but have no authority whatsoever. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles here. And they work hard to keep a particular title, but carrying around a bunch of, they got the world, the weight of the world on their shoulders, a weight of just rage and anger and frustration. All for a title. And people know that. All for a title, but living a nightmare. So, just so you know, here we have the Six of Swords. So I definitely feel like you'll be following suit. You'll be moving on from some stuff, Cancer. And you'll be pulling swords out of your back. You will be pulling swords out of your back and adjusting your crown. Pouring into yourselves. Here we have the Ten of Cups. And you'll be operating in more sacred bonds and sacred relationships. Yeah. Sacred bonds and sacred relationships. Alrighty, Cancers. Yeah, sacred bonds and sacred relationships. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you all are, you're not living in any kind of fear. Here, looking at these cards, you're not living in any kind of fear. But if your head and heart were at war with each other, and I had to kind of sort of walk somebody through this, your head and heart won't be at war for long. I'm telling you, because Source is helping people to break generational cycles, chains, and curses. And there are energies that's forcing people to pick a side. That's energies that's basically forcing you because they have a God complex. Other people are not forcing anybody to pick a side because we're not each other's gods. We're not each other's gods. We're not. So you'll see. Speak it into existence. But first, red flag, pray and meditate. They're in a crisis. You inspired them to heal. Yeah, somebody has a demon of pride, right? So crown chakra cleanse. Document your dreams day and night. They're an incubus. Yeah, somebody is a male sex demon. Yeah. So close out the cycle in love, but prepare for an increase in pay. Don't return their call. You're protected by angels. Your bitter ex. Somebody has a very bitter ex whose lover wants them. So I don't know who that is, but protect your energy. This is prayer warrior time, right? So you have the gift of deja vu. That's remembering the future. And someone has a lying spirit. So they want to call you, but they haven't changed. Somebody apologizes for hurting you. But see, like I said before, what could have started out as a warm fireside conversation, all of this right here, all of this. So if this was somebody's ex-boss, for real, if this was somebody's ex-boss or somebody like, this is the danger of jumping to conclusions. This is all of this is jumping to conclusions. Now somebody's getting ready to start studying zodiac signs and the age range of every zodiac sign. You're going to look at the light and dark side of all of this. Then you're going to look at everybody that you're connected to. Your inner child is very proud of you. Somebody apologizes for hurting you. Yeah, but somebody's in a crisis because they didn't know. They whoever these younger energies are, they really, really didn't know. How were they supposed to know? Who, like, for real, how would they know? That's why somebody got to be the grown up. Like, for real, somebody got to be the mature, put the thinking caps on, come out of this trance. Like, for real. If you watching tarot and like channels like this where it's being taught, even if you disagree with anything that I'm saying on the channel, go do your own research then. Go do your own research. Please, go do your own. Go do your own research. Everybody should be open to learning something new. That's everybody. Everybody on the planet should be open to learning something new. Everybody, right? So be patient. The answers are coming. Create the change that you want. Everybody should be open to learning something new. My body is a wondrous and magnificent machine, and I feel privileged to live in it. Somebody is literally making some young people drive them absolutely crazy and giving people all these false titles. And somebody's like, okay, I'm the only person that can have this title, and I'm going to fight to the death to have this title. If that means I got to, that would be like somebody already in a position, like you already left the job, Cancer. You already left the job. And like somebody, you in another job, right? You already in another job. You already moved on quietly to the next job. And somebody literally go find you on your new job to fight you, physically fight you. Just gutter. Low vibrational and gutter. So connect with fire. Toss it into a burning bowl. And let the tower fall on them. All because of somebody's ego that could have sat down and had a conversation with you. They got everybody all riled up. Here we have a time to give. A Virgo is involved in something. A time to give and a time to take. And whoever this energy is that wants some kind of title or whatever, something's wrong. I mean, something is very wrong, because somebody who wants a title, like I said, y'all gonna have a great week. Inspired action. Yeah, something inspired somebody to do all of this. Talking. See these number 3s right here? Now, yeah, something inspired this. The 3s look like lips, right? So you and somebody, so if you have a spouse, or like a spouse or partner or whatever the case may be, or, you know, if it's just you or like your kids or whatever, y'all are actually inspired to motivate like the underdogs, like to help people to raise their frequency, something where y'all are going to be some kind of partnership or whatever together, maybe in business. That's what a Lover's card is. It's something that you all love to do, like y'all have the same heart to serve, whether y'all are a partner in business or partner in love, but y'all are going to make a decision together to kind of sort of pair up and kind of, you know, grow something together. Y'all are going to do something together, and it's going to add some kind of structure to something. That's going to be pretty powerful, because y'all have the same heart and have a lot of things in common when it comes to people. It won't be necessarily a trauma bond. Y'all may bond over, you know, something that was very painful, you know, for both of you all, but it won't stay there on trauma bond. You all are inspiring a whole lot of people to heal. Okay, yeah. You all have inspired a whole lot of people. You're going to be inspiring a whole lot of people to heal. Yeah, a lot of people to heal. Like I said, a lot of things travel through the airways. A lot of people text people. You never know when people leave their house, who they know, who reaches out to them, who lives near people, who talk, who you just don't know, right? A lot of time and effort has been put into, a lot of stuff has been done for people to try to become familiar with things. But the dangerous part of familiar spirits is that they don't really know the core of anything, and they are very impulsive. They jump to conclusions about things. So a partial truth would be a whole lie to something. And then add that to, you know, add a toxic environment, a poisonous environment, right? And ingestion, poison, They could work in a hostile work environment. They could be drinking alcohol. They can be on medication. It could be a whole lot of stuff. They could be under an enormous amount of stress. Whatever it is, a poisonous environment, right? They could be around, they could be actually mixing spirits with other energies. A lot of people don't think about that kind of stuff. They could be watching poison, you know, on social media. Y'all know what I'm saying, Cancer? It's like they could be watching a story about a celebrity's life on a certain frequency, and they could be contaminated by that. It could be triggering something for them. Triggering, you know, something for them that they may have packed away. But whatever it is, there are going to be some energies that's going to basically force you. And we're not talking about people who may drop you as like, who may say they're actually protecting you, you know, from something. They may say, you know, they may not be able to support you or whatever. We're talking about energies who are vicious. I mean, like violent. We're talking about those types of energies. That's what we're seeing here. Like looking for something. They're aggressive. Like they're really aggressive. Like they just like pop out of nowhere aggressively. That kind of energy. So the ones who are just like quietly, like they don't want to be bothered with the drama, the this and that. They're getting wind of something, and you may be like, well, who said something? You don't want to be bothered. Like they don't even want to be bothered with all of that kind of mess. In a very meek way. Those energies who are aggressive may like, yeah, we made them run away, we made them whatever. They're good because they have they'll be working with other people. A lot of people don't want to deal with all of that. A lot of people don't even want to be bothered with all of that. I don't want to be bothered with all of that. It's already taking care of itself. That's why the Tower card is out there. I'm telling you, it's already taking care of itself. It's already taken care. The Tower has already fallen. It's already fallen. But Source is trying to get you to make a decision because because it is actually something is going to make you work. You know, something is, like I said, yeah, something is actually you're having a Tower moment. Source is making you and somebody, I don't know who the other person is yet, only you will know that, but Source is making you and somebody get to the light side of Emperor energy. Like basically, like Source is like putting a backbone to y'all. Like you and somebody gonna have to learn how to stand up. Like for real, it's no more, I'm just in receiving mode, still trying to process all this up. So it's like, nah, Source is putting y'all on the light side of Emperor energy, like basically balancing it out, divine masculine to divine feminine energy. Y'all gonna have to make a decision. So, because it's not the ones who are moving on from you. It's gonna be the ones that's on the dark side of Emperor energy that's gonna force you all to do it. So, and you're like, oh wow, okay. So, those are the ones you're gonna have to really stand up to. So, yep. So, and the way I see you standing up to him in a violent way though. I don't see you standing up to it. It's just like that's just structure and authority. I don't see you standing up to it in a violent way, in any way, shape, form, or fashion, like in a violent way. So, yeah, you just, like I said, you're just dealing with bullies. You're not giving any energy to it at all, but it's just going to make your decision, easier. Because it's almost like it's those type of energies, like basically like, you're going to have to make a decision. Is it me? Y'all know what I'm saying? Cancer is almost like a schoolhouse bully. Are you my friend? Are you their friend? That kind of stuff. You're like, oh, I didn't know I can't be both people's friends? Like, what? You don't have to make a decision now. Like that, right? Kind of, sort of. So it's like, you say it's inspired action, but it's not really inspired. It's almost just like it's forced action. Okay, well, if you're telling me I need to make a decision now, then I choose them. I don't choose you because I'm an adult. I can make my own decision. I choose them. That's what it is. That's what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video. See you all in the next video. And then you'll see exactly what other people have had to go through. You'll see exactly what other people had to go through, and you'll see just how strong they've had to be in the face of that level of rage and adversity. You'll see exactly how mature they've been in the level of that rage and adversity. When you hear people say, oh my God, like I had no idea they were going through all of that. And they still positive? Yep. 55, I'm evolving. So substantial changes in your future. Embrace the change. A need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. That's right, 55. So there it is. That's what I have for you, Cancers. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.